And well, moving now, the Prime Minister is in Varanasi. His constituency is set to inaugurate the second edition of the Kashi Tamil Samagam at Namo Ghat in Varanasi. And of course, he will also be launching the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra in Varanasi. He will be participating in that. It was just yesterday that he flagged off the Viksit Bharat Yatra in 5 states. But of course, this visit is crucial in more ways than one, because of course, the Prime Minister is in his own constituency ahead of 2024 and of course, that big welfare push as well. Tanishq Punjabi is now joining us live on the broadcast. So Tanishq, we all remember, in 2019 and even in 2014, his visits to Kashi, were extremely critical. They were considered to be politically very crucial as well. What is the mood in Varanasi ahead of the Prime Minister's arrival?
Well, Vedant, if I could say this could be very much be considered as the poll bugle of 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Prime Minister Narendra Modi being in his constituency, and let me remind you, the BJP, the Varanasi is already considered a BJP stronghold, a BJP fortress, and it has been increasing its presence since 2014. The vote share has been increasing. The number of votes the BJP gets here has been increasing. If I talk about what is the current mood right now, the whole city is actually prepared for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit, and he has already arrived here. Just few minutes from now, there were hundreds of supporters gathered here. In fact, I have some of the supporters here with me. I would just like to take a small word from the supporters. Ma'am, प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी यहाँ से सांसद हैं, आए हैं, क्या कहना होगा?
प्रधानमंत्री यहाँ के सांसद, मेरा नाम उर्मिला शर्मा है, मैं यहाँ के रहने वाले राजश्री मंडल उपाध्यक्ष हूँ। प्रधानमंत्री इतना सब कुछ किए हैं कि हम लोग उनके लिए इतना उत्सुक हैं कि 12 बजे से आके उनका इंतज़ार किए हैं और इतना अच्छा काम किए हैं कि उनके लिए जनता इनके लिए इतना पागल हो जाता है, कब मिलें, कब देखें, कब क्या करें, उनके लिए इतनी उनके लिए हो जाती है।
So of course, Vedant, as the lady was saying, that the people of Varanasi are very much well prepared. So the whole city, you can actually say it's in saffron. All the BJP flags are there. The whole city is covered in saffron, and all the people are wholeheartedly welcoming Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his constituency. He has been visiting his constituency a lot of time. He is going to lay foundation stones of several projects of around 19,000 crore. He is going to flag off the second Vande Bharat Express, and most crucially, he is also taking part. He will also be start taking part in the second edition of Kashi Tamil Sangamam. So that is one of the most important aspects if we look at it politically, because BJP has been trying to increase its foothold in the southern states. This is the second edition. One edition was held in 2002 as well. So yes, this could be very much seen as a poll bugle for 2024 Lok Sabha polls.
Right, Tanishq, stay with us. Maria Shakil is also now joining us live. So Maria, as Tanishq is pointing out, the Prime Minister will be participating in that Tamil Sangamam as well. Now this was considered as an epitome of North-South unity, and this comes at a very interesting time. After that North-South divide, that political controversy that the opposition was sort of raking up. But here the Prime Minister is in Varanasi, but the eye is also very much on southern states. That train connecting Kanyakumari to Varanasi will be launched as well. So very interesting optics and coming at an interesting time as well, Maria.
Yes, certainly. I think you're right in saying that the catchment areas for the BJP remains the southern part of India and the eastern part of India. And that is the reason why, while the Prime Minister may be in his constituency, the pitch for the elections and the cultural connectivity or integration, if we were to look at, is very much there. But having said that, I think Varanasi has changed quite a bit, Vedant, because, as a journalist, I visited Varanasi pre-2014, it became Prime Minister Modi's constituency, when it was being represented by Murli Manohar Joshi, another veteran of the BJP, to now. The Kashi corridor has changed the face of Varanasi. The ghats are cleaner. The Namo Ghat and other ghats, in all around 87 ghats that are there, they present a completely different picture. What has become significant here is that the Prime Minister is saying that for the people of Kashi, he's very much their member of parliament. He may be focusing on India as a whole, because he's a two-term prime minister looking at a potential third term. But when it comes to being a member of parliament of Kashi, he remains very rooted. He remains very connected with the people. And that's the reason why he's there for a 2-day visit. He's going to stay the night also in Varanasi, hold meetings with his Karyakartas as well. So that push that we see constantly happen becomes important. Vedant, in 2014, Prime Minister Modi had contested from 2 constituencies. The reason at that time the BJP had picked up this constituency of Kashi was that it will have an impact not only in eastern UP, but it will also ensure significant victories for the BJP also in the neighboring state of Bihar. And it did yield results. Similarly, and at that time, he had also contested from Baroda in Gujarat. He let go of Baroda, but continued to represent Kashi in parliament. Right. So Kashi is special in Prime Minister's heart, and that infrastructure push is visible. The various, schools, colleges, various institutions being built, the rail connectivity, the airport connectivity, all that has seen a massive transformation in the last 9 years alone. But talking about Tamil Samagam, what has happened is that it began in 2022 as Tanish was rightly mentioning. But since 2022, at that time, we did see, Nirmala Sitharaman, who is very much the face of the BJP in southern India, take an active part. Right. Similarly, this time around, we are seeing the entire event being launched by the Education Ministry. So they realize that this is about ensuring that cultural connectivity where people in these parts of India, the central India, the northern India, also realize the cultural heritage and richness of southern India. That Absolutely. Is the reason why what better way to represent than to bring these tradition and culture to Kashi, knowing its history for of centuries.
Right, and Varanasi is a city that's rooted in various faiths and various cultures, and of course it has changed, as you rightly pointed out, Mara, in the past 10 years, and so has the BJP's pitch. I mean, of course, we're talking about the infra push, but at the same time, the welfare push, Tanishq, is very visible. The Prime Minister's Viksit Bharat Yatra and sort of all the welfare schemes. In fact, in these visuals also, you can see those pictures and posters of cylinders. Why don't you speak to some people there on what this welfare push and these welfare schemes actually mean to them? And, this Viksit Bharat and all the schemes that the BJP is trying to project as a key poll promise, what do they actually mean for the people of Varanasi?
Yes, exactly. The Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra, Vedant, it's just not in Varanasi. It is a pan-India, yatra by the BJP, and it is somewhat cementing the schemes that they had taken out for the public. Although I have BJP workers with me, but I'll still like to speak to some of them. सर, जो बीजेपी की जितनी भी स्कीम्स आई हैं, उज्ज्वला योजना हो गई या फिर जनधन योजना हो गई या आयुष्मान भारत हो गई, आपको क्या लगता है किस तरीके से मदद हुई है लोगों की? नहीं,
मदद बहुत अच्छे और सिस्टमेटिक ढंग से हर लोगों के खाते में जा रहा है। जो भी योजनाएं प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में जो है देश में चल रही हैं, और जो हमारा जो है गांव से भी मैं जुड़ा हूं और शहर से मैं विश्वविद्यालय छात्र संघ का अध्यक्ष रहा हूं, पदाधिकारी रहा हूं महाविद्यालय में, तो मुझे ये पता है। मैं राष्ट्रीय महासचिव लोक जनशक्ति पार्टी, जो राष्ट्रीय रामविलास पासवान जी उनके भाई सांसद मंत्री हैं भारत सरकार में, मैं उसका राष्ट्रीय महासचिव हूँ। डॉक्टर
हाँ, स्कीम का बताइए।
स्कीम जो है धरातल पर इतना मिल रहा है, आज उसी का फायदा है कि आज जो है लोग जो है प्रधानमंत्री जी के उनके कार्यों को देख करके उनके जो आज जो है विश्वास बढ़ रहा है, जनाधार बढ़ रहा है। और ये पहली बार स्वतंत्रता के बाद हुआ कि जो भी योजनाएं लागू हुई है वो जो है धरातल पर हर नागरिक को जो है मुहैया हो रही है।
Yes, of course, Vedant. So the scheme is somewhat, it is just not about cementing what benefits have been given to the beneficiaries of all the government scheme, but also at the same point of time, I was in a Viksit Bharat Yatra in Lucknow, and I saw that there were like, if anyone wants to, if anyone is left out, if any person is left out, they can also register in the schemes. So this is also an attempt to reach out to people with their flagship schemes, be it Ayushman Yojana, Jandhan Yojana, Ujjwala Yojana, or any other scheme that has been flagged by the Narendra Modi government. Of course, this comes at a very crucial time and a very interesting time, as you mentioned, ahead of the 2024 Lok Sabha polls, and this could be seen as a poll pure beagle. If we talk about Varanasi specifically, the BJP has been increasing their foothold very aggressively here in the city, not even in the Lok Sabha constituency, but also in the assembly constituencies. Out of the four, three have been won by BJP since 1991 or continuously. Yes, over to you.